I worked out with Damon Stoudemire, Vince Young, Adrian, all these guys, and James will always talk trash to them like, the champ is here, ain't none of y'all got any rings, the champ is here. And that was like motivation for me, because to have people look upon you as a champion was motivation enough in the summertime to work hard. Statements going out by you measure a guy's game by his rings. And I'm like, well, in that case, I'm the 9th best player to play this game because I'm 9th on the list as far as rings. So, and when they say, well, Robert Horry has 7 championships, and does that mean he's better than Michael Jordan? Nah, so you can't go by rings, man. And I tell people, once you win a championship, it's like the most addictive thing ever. You're a selfish little kid with a bunch of candy. I'm hoarding it for myself. And that's what you want to do with these rings. What Rudy said is, never underestimate the heart of a champion. And that's the truest statement that's ever made. Growing up as a kid, being 6'9", 195, playing on the playgrounds with these old heads who, when you go to the hole, you get up with your ribs almost broken and you no breath because they didn't let you go to the hole. And there was no fouls. Like, you come in here, they're gonna hit you hard. So you have to learn how to shoot a jumper. When you learn how to shoot a jumper, it can open up so many things, because you don't respect me, I'm gonna dot your eye with the J, and you come out, I'm gonna go around you. And with my jumper bit, I was gonna dunk on you. Just ask Rip Hamilton, so I'm gonna do that to you. My father was a staff sergeant in the Army, spent 28 years in South Carolina. I spent all my summers growing up in South Carolina. Those were my biggest thrills, because to see my father as an authoritative figure walking on the camp, and everybody saluting him, right? I'm like, damn, that's my dad right there. I remember being an ROTC, you got to have your shoes signed, you got to have your gig line straight, you got to have your medals right, you got to be on point. My sophomore year, I was the highest ranking sophomore ever in my school because of my military background with my father, seeing all the things that he had to do. And being a little kid, you see what he's doing and you playing with the stuff, and then all of a sudden it clicks like, oh, I know how to do that. And now it comes back to like, oh, I already knew I did that with my dad when I was on the base in Fort Sac. I was like, oh, well, so I got promoted pretty high pretty quickly. And so to see people salute me kind of reminded me of my dad and made me feel that feeling. But my dad would always say, like, dude, you're gonna be too tall to be in the Army. So to see him go and dedicate so much time to the Armed Forces was why I did the USO tour when I did it back in 2012, because I know that these guys give up so much to have our freedom. I think that was one of the top experiences ever in my life. I compare that as winning an NBA championship, because I met some great people. I'm sitting in the mess hall one morning breakfast, and this guy walks by, and I gave him that look like, really? It was my high school company commander when I was in ROTC. Ran into him in Afghanistan. So that was an amazing feeling to see him, and knowing that he was actually leaving the next day to go home. And I got to meet President Obama. General Dempsey was like, Mr. President, this is our USO tour for 2012. This is, before he even got to say Robert Horry, he was President, Bigshot Bob, what's up, baby? I know what you do. I'm like, yeah, the president knows me.